Right. So, last you guys left off, last session, you guys resumed battle with the Black Orcs of Thornwood. I don't know what else to call them. They don't really have an official title. But you guys managed to make a comeback in the fight and eventually fight off and slay most of the Black Orcs. There was a caster of some sort that towards the end of the fight, as it was going sour, retreated deep into Thornwood Forest. You guys decided not to pursue him because it was late at night, and who knows what other dangers lie in the forest. You've already dealt with phase spiders and other things, so who knows what reinforcements he had or if he was just flying. So you guys continued for a couple more days travel till you guys reached Breebury. And having arrived in Breebury, this small farming town and cattle town that's famous for its cheeses and produce, you stumble upon basically what amounts to a harvest festival that is going on at the end of October. And there is many festivities to be had, and throughout the night, you arrived in late afternoon, so you sort of celebrate or have festive entertainment all day until late evening around 10 p.m. You hear a blood curdling scream as people start running to and from around the side of a building that you see off in the distance from the sort of open air market square thing that you guys are currently engaged in. You run over to where the sounds are coming from, along with the direction of where the guards have went, and you find a gathering of people gathering around what looks to be the body of an older woman laying in the streets with her face just sort of slashed open, and she is unfortunately deceased. Through some very reluctant convincing, you're able to eventually gain access to sort of look over the body and investigate, and then make at least the basic observation that it seems to be like the attack was animal-like in nature. And you learned that her name was Gertrude, and she does have like a husband in town somewhere. I believe you guys got basic directions to where his house was to possibly inform him of his wife's passing, or at least inform him of what happened. And I believe that's where we left off. So, what do you want to do? What's the plan? Still about 10 o'clock at night.
Well, we should definitely tell her husband, try to find him. But we also need to find out what did this. Survey this area.
Go ahead and if anyone wants to make an investigation check.
Do we already know who her husband was? Or did we just see a ring or something?
I don't. Well, the priest knew Gertrude, and basically described.
Is this rolling? Oh my god, it scared me. Sorry.
Why did it not roll?
I don't know.
Oh, jeez.
Now it did. Damn.
So, yeah, there was the priest had told you of Gertrude. Her name was Gertrude, and she had a husband that was that lived across town, in the basically in a farmhouse that he probably went home early or something.
All right.
So, with that, Toral, you eventually gain access to the area, sort of, and you're looking around, looking for any additional signs, sort of, or just around the streets in this, and you're sort of just looking around and just trying to take in the entire scene, and a bit in the distance, like about 20 feet away or something, you just very through the strong moonlight of the night, you catch a glint of what looks to be moisture on the ground, like a spill or like a couple droplets, about 20 feet away. And as you slowly walk over to take a closer look, you realize that the droplets look very similar to blood.
Oh, goody.
A trail!
Does it look like there's more further off in that direction? Or is that, like, the only spot?
Looking further in that direction from, extrapolating from the body to that point, you do see this very faint hiss on the corner of the building. Like, it looks like a slight like almost claw mark on the sort of corner of the building, with a little bit of faint trace of blood on that as well.
Oh, like they paused and rested their hand there as they were walking around the building.
Yeah, or they were just like going around the corner really fast and kind of happened to brush their hand on it.
I think we've pretty much got as much information we can from these people here. There's a trail of blood over that way. We should probably try to follow that, or maybe, you like animals, right? Maybe you can identify the claw mark or something. I don't know if you can do that, but I'm gonna follow this trail of blood.
Yes, time is of the essence.
we must haste.
All right.
Post haste.
You guys, the guard, I think the guards and the priest had already hauled off the body anyway, so you guys were just kind of like looking around the actual scene of the quote-unquote crime, and you notice Toral noticed especially this very faint blood markings, and you guys head off in that direction. Go ahead and everyone make another investigation check.
Oh goody. I'm so glad I rolled a nat 20 on the last one. I have a feeling I wouldn't have seen shit.
Probably nobody would have seen much unless they rolled really high.
Yes. Too bad, that was a good roll.
Well, green.
And
she's talking to herself.
What?
She was commenting on what you said about her dice color change, and then she's like, "Oh well, can't hear me anyway. I'm muted."
Yep, can't hear shit. Yeah, so we apparently need to do these ones. No, sorry. Might have texted the controller on the sheet.
Oh, it would look so good, and then it slapped over to 3.
Oh, that last one was 11, but apparently the add name to thing is not turned on. Alright, so everyone kind of looks around and you're having trouble. Everyone's really having trouble sort of making out, trying to keep on this trail, and because it seems to be petering out a little bit. Lee is able to a little bit through smell more than even sight, is able to sort of pick up the scent of blood as it goes off into the distance, and you're able to follow it for a few blocks and it starts taking you southeast through the town, but eventually it peters out and you guys lose track of the trail, the blood trail. Also, I had just noticed that the 21 was an intimidation, not investigation. so yeah,
rolled again.
So yeah, you guys definitely sort of like lose the trail a bit.
Can we
not a bit?
Can we tell if how high up the droplets came from at all? Like based on splatter or something scientific?
Are you talking, Lee? Because I barely hear you in the background of Val.
No, I was just adding to the. No.
Okay. Do you mean like what do you mean by like how high the droplets came from?
Like maybe if it's a beast of some kind, might fly or.
Oh no! I just say, well, I'm just like I'm not sure if that's something you'd be able to really tell very much by looking, especially with like the investigation. But you get there's not very much to it at all, and it is localized enough that if it had been dripping from high up, it would have splattered pretty wide. Like the variance between splatters would have been very wide, and from what you can tell, It's been very linear.
Okay. I don't know. I'm just.
There's just so little of it that you guys like. There wasn't like basically it stopped dripping or stopped being freely available. All
right, because it's the lady's blood, not okay.
Right.
Yeah.
It's not like it was continuously bleeding itself and producing its own blood. It was probably remnants from the lady's face.
Nobody makes me bleed my own blood.
So yeah, you guys eventually, the trail runs dry and you're not able to, but you do get a sort of a direction of southeast through the town.
Not
what should we do?
And then Levin kind of eventually sort of speaks up. He's like, guys, should we really be following this beast? I mean, don't you think we'd be safer back in town?
When it comes back.
I mean, why would it come back? It got what it wanted. It just wanted to kill that poor lady.
It might not stop at just that poor lady.
It might, get hungry again or something, Levin.
But it
could come for all of us next.
But it didn't.
It might be your face next. You want that? We need to make sure it's not going to be your face.
I need my face.
I need it.
Levin basically like, but I mean, I need my face, but it didn't seem to eat her face. It just attacked her.
Yeah, but there's got to be a reason to attack. I mean, unless it's a cat, there's a reason to attack.
Maybe it is a cat. You say there's a giant evil cat?
Well, then we need to stop it.
Are we making progress by making the little one nervous?
Yes.
No, but it's fun.
Well, and then
pursue?
Stavi says,
I'd prefer.
What is our plan then? Are we gonna go find her husband tonight, or are we gonna wait till morning? Seems like our trails run dry, literally.
I think we should go find her husband in case he's found the same fate.
I think we should go find him now because I wouldn't want to be in his shoes and then have found out that they decided to wait till morning.
Yeah, we're
to find out.
Indeed. All right then.
All right. So you guys start heading towards the abode of Gertrude and a name that I will make up right now. Let's see. How about Albert?
Albert and Gertrude.
Yep.
Wonderful.
So after who wants to sort of lead the expedition in a sense? Who's leading the party there?
To go talk to the husband?
Yep.
Probably me then.
To find your way.
Because
So,
it'd be the right thing to do.
Tor, make an investigation check
Oh god damn it.
as you're trying to find how to get there. Not bad. It just kind of affects how long it takes. You're able to find it eventually. You see, you kind of wander, which you guys end up going not quite along the same direction as the blood, but you kind of go east from town, and you enter in the extended sort of farmlands that are spotted with cattle pastures and little homesteads and such. And you eventually find a small sign that, through the very dim lantern light of the pathways through the farmland, that says like Albert and Gertrude. Let's make up a last name. Eldering.
Eldering?
Yeah.
Alright.
So that. So it's like it says like Albert and Gertrude Eldering, or like the Elderings or something, and it has like their names on it in some form, and like on like basically sort of like a not quite a white picket fence, but just like a wood picket fence that like leads up to their small house. And you guys sort of
who wants to be the one to break the news?
I'll do it.
I can, and I knock on the door.
Oh, hi. She's jumped the fence.
Yeah, she just pushes past. She pushes past you. Pushes the creek.
Now be, sorrowful.
Tactful.
Okay. Yes, tactful. I couldn't think of the word. Thank you.
You think I haven't told someone about their dead loved one before?
She did.
You want the dog?
We don't know you very well yet.
Yeah, so Lee pushes past you through the fence and very confidently walks up to the front door and says, "I'll do it," and hits, kind of knocks on the door. And a few moments go by, and then you start hearing some rustling. One moment. And then eventually the door opens up, and you see this.
Lee Druid claps a rose before the door opens.
Okay.
Oh. I'm gonna walk up to her.
The door opens, and you see a pretty, not quite elderly man, but definitely like in his sort of like 60s or so, human, bald in the top, sort of like white, the kind of like he's got like Patrick Stewart hair, kind of. Like bald and like the side, the white on the back and side. He looks to be in sort of a nightgown with sort of a loose robe that he looks like hastily kind of wrapped around himself. He's kind of he's holding up like a candle. It's awfully late. Can I help you?
Yes, I don't mean to be the bearer of bad news, but I have news about your wife.
Wait, what? What about her?
It seems she's been in an attack, and she... Oh God, I don't know what to say. Lee kind of trips over her words, trying to contain herself.
And he sort of interrupts you as you start to stutter a bit, and says, "An attack? Why would she be attacked? She was at the festival with her daughter, with our daughter."
Fuck.
Oh, Lee clutches her heart, hands him over the flower.
Well, we're
daughter's
trying
missing
to
as well.
we're trying to figure out why she was attacked. We're actually trying to find the creature that did this to her.
I mean, oh God. And he kind of his legs sort of weaken and stumble a bit, and he nearly collapses, but he kind of catches himself on the door frame.
Lee kind of reaches out for him. I'm so sorry.
This is just so sudden. What could have possibly attacked her in the middle of the town? She was this.
We're trying to figure that out for you, sir.
And he just looks completely lost for words. He doesn't even
Has your daughter come back at all?
No, I just no, I haven't seen her. And I was kind of wondering why Gertrude hadn't come home yet tonight. She's usually home by about this time, but sometimes she is out late with. Let's see. I should do some of this beforehand, but she is sometimes out late with our daughter Marissa. I'm gonna spell everything funny.
No, it's okay.
That's actually how it was with the generator. So, Marissa, why?
Well, we didn't see. How old is Marissa?
She would be. She's in her mid-30s. She's very capable. I can't imagine something happening to Gertrude without Marissa able to protect her. She's part of the city guard, and she's quite capable, strong woman. Tends to scare off any of the male suitors she's had. But I hope she's all right too. I couldn't bear to lose both of them. And he just kind of breaks down and starts sobbing.
Tora's gonna rest her hand on his shoulder and kind of pat him. I'm sorry. We'll find her.
I appreciate
and we'll find out what happened.
I'm so sorry. My where's my manners? Come in. And he kind of walks inside the house, and my name is Albert. I very do much appreciate you having the courage to tell me this news, but I'm afraid I don't really know who you are.
We actually just arrived in town and saw the festival, and then heard the scream.
Oh, well. Well, I am thankful. And there's nobody knows what did it, or how she died.
It wasn't a pretty sight. I wasn't going to go into too much detail because it was graphic.
Well, still don't. But no, we don't know what did it yet.
We don't know what did it, but she was torn.
Torn? Oh shit.
What?
Albert was the name of the priest.
Oh.
That's okay.
Maybe
I
it's a
could
common.
retroactively change that one. Because he's not present. I was just like, that name sounds really familiar. Did I fuck up?
Only sometimes, Seth. Only sometimes.
The priest will now be named Pierre.
Pierre. Okay.
Mood broken.
Oh.
So, well, she was torn, like by what? Like a beast?
It
not
appeared so,
sure.
but we don't know for certain.
Well, that doesn't make much sense, but I suppose it makes sense makes more sense than someone else attacking her. She was the sweetest lady. Never heard a fly. Can't imagine her provoking anybody. I don't know what I'm gonna do. He kind of just buries his face in his hands.
Lee pats him on the back. Is there anything we can do for you?
Other than figure this out.
Yeah, that's
find
I was about. That's all I can ask is, if it's not too much trouble to find out, at least just find out what actually happened to her, and if possible, avenge her.
Vengeance.
And he's just too distraught to really think straight at this point, and well,
We'll leave you to your grief.
I don't know how I'm gonna sleep much tonight, but I better get some rest to start making preparations. Where is she now?
What'd you say, the Pierre?
Yeah.
He and a guard took her body.
Oh, well. She's in good hands then. I will... Nothing much can be done right now, so I'll have to go see her in the morning, but... just in case if anything else is still out there. And as you sort of look out across the farmland, you just notice this sort of eerie stillness, and sort of, especially if through these night's events, the night seems cold and somber. Go ahead and I'd like everyone to make an intelligence check.
Okay.
Oh, my God. Oh my God.
Yeah. I would
I
say
am just really distracted by the sad atmosphere.
sad shit. I would say, for the most part, just really Lee notices this, but through the still sort of still night, and it's you notice it's not unusually, but it's a very well lit, cold, clear night. And as you sort of ponder and think to yourself, and you kind of look up and just sort of mull over, like, thinking about stuff, about this situation, you notice that tonight is being the end of the Harvest Festival, the culmination of the Harvest Festival. There is an orangish, large full moon present, and it sort of clicks in your brain.
Where, goddamn it.
She's always muted when she's talking.
Talking the entire time.
Oh, I was like, why is it so quiet? What did you say?
Goddamn it, it's a werewolf.
Oh. What? She might not know what a werewolf is.
No, I took that statement in character. And definitely Levin, you could see Levin go wide-eyed. I mean, and look,
Can I just look up and like out the window, just go werewolf, just like randomly?
no, you just like you kind of you had one of those like epiphany moments, and you're kind of like, ah, shit.
Goddamn it.
Yeah, so you're like so you're put together like I mentioned sort of last session that like you guys were 3 or 4 days away from town, and at that time it was about 3 or 4 days till the full moon.
When Levin questioned her being a werewolf, I was thinking about that.
Mm-hmm.
Huh.
So this being the final evening of the Harvest Festival at the end of the month of October, essentially a Halloween time, but not quite, because I don't have 31 days in the month. But and Halloween's not a. There's probably like some sort of like Day of the Dead type thing, but it's definitely this evening had happened to land the night or the day that you guys landed in Breebury happened to be a full moon. So.
Are we all putting this together now that Lee said that? Or
I'm pretty sure. I think she said that out loud. I'm assuming.
yeah.
Well, I
If she
kind of
didn't,
want to
then-
whisper it.
What's that?
Like, I kind of wanted to like whisper it, just kind of like looking around and be like, werewolf. And if anybody like heard me, I guess.
You
I was
guys
like,
can
God damn it, werewolf!
God damn it!
Yeah.
If you guys want to make a perception check to then see if you heard her, or how loud are you whispering? Like, are you?
I would like under my breath.
Just like intentionally trying to get your allies to hear, but not Albert. Is that what you mean?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, you guys were able to hear it fine.
He's old, he can't hear shit.
Yeah. And he's so like distraught and like
Oh, he's out of it
and
right
like
now, anyway.
like sobbing to hear the statement anyways. But Levin Levin hears you, and his eyes kind of go wide, but he knows well enough to not shout it out, although you catch him like nearly bursting it out, and like
just stare daggers into him, like
Viessa's standing next to him, and she just kind of puts her hand around his mouth to stop him from saying it.
She doesn't elbow him in the side or nothing?
No.
Like,
She just straight up grabs his face. And
well,
because
that
she
was thinking about a werewolf.
yeah, because she kind of as soon as Lee mentioned it, like it sort of clicked in her brain immediately as well, and she says, the night is young. We should probably get going.
I agree. We should leave you to your mourning process.
And then the Albert says, "Oh, well, thank you. And if it wouldn't be so much trouble, could you go stop by and see if Marisa's okay?"
No.
We
We'll try to
can.
find her.
Okay. So is it no or yes? I don't know.
Yes, yes.
Okay.
I'm gonna try to find her.
All right.
I don't know what that one's doing, but I'm gonna try to find her.
And then Savi turns to Albert and says, "I'm sorry for your loss. We'll do our best to find Marisa. We'll let you know as soon as we find out anything. Stay safe and try to sleep some." And he puts his hand on his arm and pats him and walks out the door.
Question before I walk out.
Okay.
Question to you before she walks out. Is this home kind of like a like kind of standard hovel kind of home, or does it look like they maybe are kind of well off, or?
It's your basic like 2-room like farmstead thing where it's just like a building with like maybe like a room set aside for like a bedroom. Or even like a chamber pot or something. So it's pretty basic. They're farmers. They're not very well off at all.
Okay. Then I'm gonna reach into my bag of holding and pull out the chest, and I'm gonna gather up about.
Waggles eyebrows.
God damn it!
Waggle.
I'm trying to be serious.
The wife.
Pull out 50 gold,
Okay.
and then I'm going to reach also into. I think it's just in my pack. It's not in the bag of holding. The 2 bottles of cinnamon mead that I bought,
Okay.
and hand them to him.
He looks up at you, confused.
You need these more than I do.
I appreciate the gesture, but I don't need your handouts. If you want to make a persuasion check, you can.
I guess that's how I grieve.
Right.
So, sorry. Okay.
You can. I'm not gonna have him make an insight check to know this, but you can pretty easily tell that he seems like a proud, hardworking man, and he's not used to handouts.
Mm-hmm.
So I mean, you can if you want to make like sort of like a persuasion or a charisma check to like see if he wants to take it or something. Otherwise, he's politely declining.
If he's declining, he's declining.
Okay. And I appreciate the offer, but we're not terribly poor off, but we get by. I will figure some way out of this.
It's all right. It's just how I grieve. So I understand.
But
and then she leaves.
So safe travels and thank you again. And you guys
Don't thank us for this.
Well, he thanked you for your kind words, I guess. Not for the bad news. So you guys slowly, kind of quietly leave his humble abode, and the door shuts behind you, and you guys are on the dirt road that is in the farmlands. I will say, for the sake of completeness, that he told you where his daughter lives. Since I forgot to bring that up. Are you guys
that she doesn't live with them?
No.
Okay.
She lives to the south of where he's currently at.
She was 30 or something. She's not like a little kid.
Yeah.
Well, no, but I mean, it's very common in, especially if you look at like history stuff, that the grandmother, the parents, the kids, the nieces and nephews, or whatever, all live in the same house. I don't know.
She lives sort of well, probably southwest, basically sort of at the edge of the actual town, so not quite in the farmlands, as she was a member of the, as he stated, a member of the town guard. So she lived sort of at the edge of the town on the southeast end. So do you guys want to, you guys planning on heading the direction? What's the plan?
Yeah, I want to see if she's home. I would think
If
that
she was-
if she saw her mother get attacked, that she would have gone to her father, if nothing else. But it's
There
possible they got separated and then she got attacked. So I'd want to check the house to see if she just went home.
Or I won't say it. I'll
What,
hold
if
that
she's a
theory.
werewolf?
Yeah. It's her.
Well, then we'll find her sleeping in the corner, and we'll go, oh, there's the werewolf.
It's still night.
Wow.
And then Levin will run away because it's a werewolf. And then we will run away because it's a werewolf. I don't have any silver, really.
Again, whoever is sort of leading the party wants to make an investigation check.
Okay.
Who's leading? I want to make one, so I'll just do it.
Okay.
Okay. Whatever.
Whatever.
Nice.
I heard that.
My bad. Kara.
Go why?
Did you say perception or investigation?
Investigation. It takes you a few hours, but you guys travel to that region of town and eventually are able to find what was described as the house where Marissa would live. As you guys approach, you notice very faintly, you see on the door is still slightly propped open. And you see
Does it look broken into, or just like someone left it ajar?
You don't see any outward damage.
Okay.
It just looks like it's been left ajar. And you notice everyone make a perception check, actually.
Did you almost use a Kermit voice?
God damn it.
Uh-oh.
Hey, Miss Piggy.
Oh, no.
God damn it.
Oh no.
Okay.
Someone.
Straight up in the moon.
What?
What's 11? See, do you get a roll?
I'm looking straight up at the moon, very concerned.
At this point, Val, since you're sort of leading the group, you're the only one to really fully notice this as you're like trying to pick out which house it was, and you notice that door that was ajar, and you notice a little bit of blood smeared on sort of the handle of the door. And
I'm drawing my daggers.
very, very faintly, you can hear sobbing coming from the house. You're like,
I fucking called it. Told you so. Well, she's still drawing her daggers quietly and approaching.
What was that,
Did
Kara?
you hear me?
Yeah, I heard you. You draw your daggers and you approach the building very quietly. Go ahead and make a stealth check.
Okay.
Anyone else that's directly following her also make a stealth check.
I also want to like put my hand in my mouth to like
I'm
be
staying
quiet.
back. if we're
Oh
going to be
fucking
stealthy.
Jesus.
Um,
I'm gonna have the axe out too.
Stavi knows that he's not quiet, so he's going to stand back a bit.
I stand back with Stavi.
Okay. And VS stands back with you guys as well.
So does Levin, probably.
Yeah, he has been staying in the back of the group pretty much the whole time.
Clutching his gun.
And looking at Viesa, I'm sure.
Which gun are we talking? Never mind.
Mary!
I'm so mad he's not here for me to...
Let's hope it's not
fucking-
premature.
Hooray.
You approach Val, and as you sort of get close enough, you hear that the sobbing kind of subsides a little bit, and you hear a faint, cracking woman's voice call out quietly from inside the house. Hello? Is there someone there? Don't come. If there's someone there, go away. Don't come near me.
I'm gonna... Are you... Marissa?
Go away. It's not safe. It's not safe for anybody. She ignores the question.
I'm gonna push the door open slowly.
Okay.
See if I can tell where she is. Does it
you-
sound like a big place? Or
It's not that big. It's a pretty humble, small house for the edge of the town. It's very, pretty much just one room. You probably get the idea that the city guards aren't paid very much, especially for a small town. You push open the door, and especially with your dark vision, you're able to pretty immediately find in the far corner of the house, you see what looks to be a woman wearing very sort of tattered, ripped up clothes. She's sitting on the floor in the corner with her knees sort of up to her chin, her arms kind of wrapped around her. You see almost small sort of patches of darker sort of skin, like leathery skin and hair that look like, as you sort of watch her, they're very, very slowly withdrawing. You see blood smeared on her arms and her just all over in spots on her body, but especially like her hands. And she's sort of looking up with you, wide-eyed, with still sort of tears dripping down her face, and but you can kind of see this almost like how when you see an animal in the dark, their eyes kind of glow.
Yeah.
It's kind of like that. And you just see her and she as you push open the door and you become visible to her as well. Just no, go away! Don't come any nearer. Not safe. It wasn't safe for her.
Let us help you. Not dropping the daggers, though.
I'm gonna follow Val as close as I can into the...
I'm not entering yet. I'm
But, in that area.
watching her.
Yeah.
Very closely.
Just say don't back up really fast, okay? Because he will bowl me over.
I don't know. I think Val doesn't weigh enough to bowl you over.
It's true.
And
She'd run into a wall.
You have a low center of gravity. Yeah, and as you approach, you can see a woman about in her mid-30s. She has, besides of her unkempt features from whatever had happened to her, she has shoulder length, at this point, dirty brown hair, very sort of muscled up, and dirt and blood smeared all over her face and hands and all that kind of thing. And why won't you listen? Why won't you stay away? I killed her.
Your father asked us to find you.
knew we did.
Why do you
What?
say it like that?
Stop
Sorry,
talking
Sarah.
behind the.
I can't hear you. I can hear enough to know that you're talking.
I'm so sorry.
No.
My mic picks up everything that's happening in the house.
Well, then sit next to Mary.
She is.
I'm sitting on her bed and I'm staring directly at her.
Waggle, waggle. Anyways, so you see her. So she's trying to.
Your father sent us to find you.
My father.
Yes.
Does he know?
He doesn't know about you.
Nope. Nobody knows about me.
Lee, getting
that's not-
kind of anxious, is gonna walk slowly towards the house.
All right.
That's not true anymore.
I didn't mean for it to happen. I don't know what's happening to me.
This never happened before?
No. If it had, I would not be still here. As you
Val didn't laugh, just to
Go
be
ahead.
clear.
go ahead. Go ahead and make a persuasion check.
Uh-oh. That's not my strong suit, guys.
It's none of our strong suits, I don't think. Oh, at least you have a +3.
She seems to calm just slightly as she's starting to get. You can kind of sense she's a little more. She's a little less scared that she thinks she's going to do something at the moment. Like she like you guys, you've been interacting for long enough. Like she's like whatever she was afraid of, like lashing out or whatnot. Like she's like it's not happening yet. So she she thinks the danger is like slowly subsiding a little bit, but she's still.
How late into the night is it right now?
This is from the time it took you to find Albert's house and then find this house. It's probably about 3 a.m. So like I want to say the moon has kind of gone down at this point.
We're at like pre-dawn.
Yeah,
kind of.
It's like just barely starting to get light in the east. But like the moon has definitely gone down. From what you're able to tell. By the time you had found her house. Like it was like still kind of like just barely up, like up in the evening when you were at Albert's house. That's how you were like able to see it and like realize like, oh, there's a full moon. Oh shit! And then you guys, in the process of finding her house, the moon had sort of set. And she looks, and as you guys sort of stand there for a minute or so, like looking over, yeah, you can kind of as you pay attention to her, like you do see like these sort of animalistic features are like slowly subsiding on her body still. There's not much left of it, but you can still see very small signs.
Is Val still the only one that can see her?
Are you?
You guys could probably see her glowy eyes.
I mean, you guys walked into the doorway at least, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyone who's looking into the house can see her. It's not like because you all have 60-foot dark vision. I don't think Lee would be able to see her. But Toral definitely can. And Viesa...
I was going to try
Go ahead.
to approach a little bit while Viesa does whatever she's doing.
I was going to say Viesa and Levin and everyone I'm playing basically is standing outside.
I'm going to sheathe the axe, however that goes away.
Okay.
And try to approach a little bit if I can get around Val, or
Val's approaching
at
too,
least like make myself known.
Yeah.
Daggers are still out though, but they're not raised.
Okay.
You know.
Yeah, no, she doesn't seem to be paying too much attention to the fact that you're wielding daggers. She looks more afraid of that she's gonna hurt you, not the other way around.
Yeah.
I don't even know. I was gonna say something and just went poof in my brain. Poof.
Hey, Stabby,
Yeah.
come here.
All right. Question mark. He sort of approaches and he kind of gingerly like peeks his head around the corner of the door.
Lee's
Yes.
following after him.
What is it, Twirl?
She goes Wolfie.
Lee starts to
Does
chuckle.
holy magic work on that?
Is that the technical term for it?
Sure. I don't do magic. I don't understand the magic you do. But I feel like that would be some sort of curse thing.
Go ahead and make an intelligence check.
Fuck.
Yeah, it's totally a curse thing.
Okay. I mean, she doesn't understand magic, but
No, it's you've heard stories of were curses.
okay.
And he pokes his head around the corner and he kind of, a wolf curse, huh?
Yeah.
Well, I'd have to commune with my god. I might be able to do something about that in the morning.
Cool.
It's not prepared right now.
Yep. I figured that.
We should stay here.
We need to make sure she stays safe and that nobody else gets hurt. And
I'm gonna wipe down this door so there's no blood on it.
yeah, we definitely need to keep her safe for the night, and in the morning I should be able to hopefully remove this curse.
Well, we should stand guard to make sure that she doesn't get out of the house somehow.
And he thinks for a moment. He goes, "Did I hear her say that this is the first time it's happened?"
Yes.
Yep.
I'm wondering how she got this curse. Would it have had to have been since the last full moon? And the Marisa, who's in the corner crying, and she's, I don't know how I possibly could have got it. I don't know what this is, or she's kind of like at a loss for words, and she can't like think. She's not really thinking straight, and Stavi kind of walks into the room and calm down, dearie. There's nothing you can do about it right now. It's best you get some rest. We'll keep an eye on you. Make sure you don't hurt anyone else. We'll take care of this.
What he said. Oh no. Can we assist somehow?
If you want,
Too late.
yeah. You can assist. You can say something.
I don't Forget it.
You're not gonna say?
I don't know. I want to appeal to her sense of duty as a guard, I guess.
Responsibility.
Do it.
Do it!
Do it. Fucking do it.
Just do it.
Shia LaBeouf this. Just
As
do
the
it.
god of the sea,
Shia
you need to
LaBeouf.
protect everyone and yourself by staying here with us.
Go ahead and make a persuasion roll.
Fuck.
You knew it was coming.
I know.
With advantage. Because you guys are kind of.
If I change it after clicking it, does it work still?
I don't know.
No. Let me do it again. You never
It's
know.
not gonna get much
didn't
higher,
work.
but.
Still.
She might
Still
crit.
okay. Okay.
She calms down a little bit, and she's still kind of like trying to wipe blood and tears off of her face, and Stabby kind of hands her like a handkerchief.
Wait, I've got a spell. Right.
Go ahead.
Wait. Press.
Go
The word I
away.
can't say.
You have to. I want to hear you say it.
Prestidigitation.
There you go.
Woo!
Yeah. So you suddenly cast a spell, and for a second, she goes a little wide-eyed. But as you complete the short incantation, her sort of like the blood and the dirt and the tears have kind of, for the most part, gone away. And
I
she
want to
looks-
use it on the door too, then, instead of wiping it
instead
down.
of scrubbing. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you
It's
clean
so hard
clean
to
her
get
up,
out
you
of
clean the door up,
this.
and you guys eventually you kind of gather everybody inside the house, and shut the door. And she's kind of just like looking at all of you, kind of worriedly, but seemingly a bit more of better attitude, I guess, a better
More
emotional
hopeful.
state. Emotional state. It seems a little bit more stable, and after a little while, you guys get to talking, and I don't know how this would have happened to me. The only thing I can think of was I was a few weeks ago. I was out in the plains to the east, around an old abandoned, ruined tower, and just having my day off and exploring and going for a quick hunt, and I did run into a pack of wolves, and I suffered a few injuries, but I didn't think of anything of it at the time.
Were they big wolves?
One of them was the one that I guess now that I think about it, it did bite me. It was a bit larger and dark, sort of grayish black, sort of ashy fur. That had to be it. I don't under nothing else. How else how else would I have this curse?
Well, the stories are true that I've heard. That would be the way that it would have happened. But if the stories are true, then you're safe until the next moon.
But
And even then, if we can cure you in the morning, you're safe
You're
for
fine.
good.
I don't think you'll be hurting anyone else.
that's comforting, I suppose. My poor mother. And she kind of resumes sobbing. It's just bad times today, guys.
Yes, sad day. Daggers being put away.
Okay. Yeah.
Just gonna kind of go.
She's used
something
as a
by
guard. She's kind of used to being around like drawn steel, and then she didn't even
Yeah,
really think about
not
it.
that it would
It
bother
was probably
her.
only comforting to her. If she turns, at least you can stop her. So you guys talk for another this whole process takes for about half an hour to an hour, and there's brief conversations here and there, and what you eventually, I guess you guys want to probably rest for the night then.
Yeah,
In
I
shifts.
imagine so.
In shifts,
Indeed.
yes. And
It's 3:30 in the morning.
it's like 3:30 in the morning. Yeah.
Yeah, we're probably pretty damn tired.
Yeah, you're all pretty tired. You're able to she has got some basic furniture in her house and stuff, and you guys kind of with Val's magic and having cleaned her up, you kind of help her into her bed, and you guys kind of just take up there's a basic small couch and a chair, and you're able to sort of prop yourselves up in it or just sleep against the door and that kind of thing like you guys normally do, and you get through sort of an uneasy, hard to rest night just because of the events, the gruesome nature that you saw in the streets back in town from Gertrude's face and everything, and just the events that transpired and the sort of nightmare of a vision that you saw having gone into this house and seeing this sort of just woman whose entire emotional state had been kind of destroyed. And from what you gather from the story she had been explaining, her and her mother were enjoying the evening's festivities in town, and they found themselves walking through the streets, enjoying each other's company, and in one side alley, Marisa had started to change for the first time, and as she changed and her mother was standing by trying to kind of comfort and figure out what was going on, and kind of scream at her what's happening type thing, and the first uncontrollable rage of the curse took over, and Marisa had lashed out and attacked her mother, and trying to gather what semblance of control she had, what small slim fiber of human spirit she had left in her, managed to sort of instinctually run and flee back to her own home and try to hide herself, to try to protect anyone else that she would have seen. Luckily, the path back from where she had gone, she had managed to make it quickly and through the shadows to avoid being seen. At least she thinks. But you guys have a eerie sort of still night as the night goes on and approaches late morning, as to get a full rest you would have to go till about 11 a.m. at this point, to about noon. The sun is up, birds are chirping.
We plan a dawn.
You plan at noon.
It's definitely done at this point.
And through the final sort of watch and stuff, you notice Stavi is in the corner, and looks like he's got his head down and he's holding his holy symbol of Moradin, and he looks like he's been sort of praying and communing with him to try to re-prepare his cleric abilities. So it's noon. You guys are all slowly come to wake and have managed to come up with a small breakfast from your packs. As a few moments go by, you guys are gathering your things, and you all kind of gather around Marisa's bed as she's laying in it, and she's awake, but she's kind of just laying in bed, and Stavi prepares the spell, and you see him sort of guide his hands over like a foot above her body and cast this incantation, casting a spell, and you see a little sort of almost black and purplish wisps of smoke sort of leave her body as they enter and dissipate into Stavi's glowing sort of divine hands as he passes over her body. And it seems like it has been effective.
Sweet.
He's watching very interested.
So that's going to mark off a 3rd level spell for Stavi for the day.
Well done.
How's she look?
She looks better. Oh, I suspect she's going to need a few days to recuperate her strength and her, cope with the situation at hand itself. That I cannot do too much about.
What should we do now? Tell the priest? I don't want to see this girl punished for something that's obviously punishment enough on its own.
We need to tell her father, too. At least that we found her.
Right.
Now we can decide not to tell him that she did it. But I would think that may be up to her wishes.
I suspect we should leave that choice up to her.
I agree. Do we wait? Is she like passed out right now?
Yeah, she's. You guys have gone into the other room and she's just resting in her bedroom. There's a tiny little bedroom. Well, now that that's taken care of, I do think there's at least one other thing we should look into.
What's that?
The wolf pack.
Perhaps we should check those ruins. I don't know about you, but I don't want any more werewolves.
Surprises?
Yes.
Yeah.
Not about killing a pack of wolves.
Don't need to kill the whole pack. Well, they might force us to if that thing is commanding them.
That's true.
Besides, you might be able to convince them to join your side.
Yeah, you got
sway with the wolves, right?
Louise is
thing?
looking back and forth with him like,
You are a rather big wolf yourself.
doesn't mean I can convince a pack of wolves to stop eating.
Yeah, but wolves are pack animals. If you take out their, they might go, you're the boss now.
Then they would have to follow us around.
I mean, there's a lot of mouths to feed, but
Well, to be fair, we don't necessarily have to kill them. I'm mostly concerned about getting rid of this werewolf curse. If you're able to subdue them enough so I can get close to cure them, that might be an option.
Maybe we can convince them that they want to be cured.
Doesn't sound to me like they were all werewolves, though. Just the dark one.
the dark one.
The dark one.
Rumpelstiltskin?
Darkness. What? That's what it sounded like.
Isn't Rumpelstiltskin the dark one?
No
I have no
idea.
clue.
No. Did you guys never
I
watch Once Upon a Time?
Oh,
No.
I
No,
like
it's okay,
binge watched it a couple years ago.
He was like the dark one.
It was
So
not
at this
so
point,
good,
since
though.
it is 7 o'clock, let us take a quick break. And then we'll
Okay.
resume and go forward from here.
Sounds
Okay.
Hi, this is Seth, the Dungeon Master for the group. Just a quick note here. We shortly, after going into the break, decided that we were going to call the session for the night, so abruptly, that was the entire session. So thank you for watching. Bye-bye.